real quick, I call this an investment loan as well, but the other big loan program in this space that people are calling a different loan program is DSCR. Everybody familiar with that? Heard of DSCR? If you haven't, you'll hear it more and more through this class. Debt Service Coverage Ratio Loan. The idea is that if the individual property you're buying, if the rental income, the expected rental income will offset the mortgage payment on that property, then you have a loan, okay? There is a credit score minimum to qualify for that. There is a down payment requirement, but the beauty of DSCR loans is we're not looking at your income or your loss on your tax returns. We're not worried about your job history. We're not worried if you just quit your job and you're fresh into this space and you want to become a full-time real estate investor. A DSCR loan only focuses on the individual property that you're buying. And if you think about it, what they're really lending on is the expected income stream on that property, right? So obviously there's an equity that they want to have. They're not going to give you 100% financing for that loan, but it's out there. And the beauty of that is that really with a little bit of cash or a little bit of capital, anybody can get into this game with a DSCR loan, right? You don't have to have 2 or 3 or 4 years of job history. You don't have to have 12 years of real estate investing experience. You can get into it. So lots of programs out there. I think my business card's out on the table. You guys can always give me a call. I've got a few swag items over here, little coffee cups and stuff. So please take that with you. It doesn't do any good if it's sitting in my office.
What about the commercial loans?
So commercial loans, I know enough about commercial loans to be dangerous. I don't know enough about commercial loans to probably speak in front of a group of people and tell you how it works. Generally speaking, a DSCR loan really is an offshoot of what a commercial loan has always been, okay? They look at the full picture, they look at the property, the condition, because commercial loans, you're talking about everything from office complexes to warehouse spaces to gas stations and everything. I mean, that is a big, swath of real estate you're talking about when you say commercial. So there's lots of different things banks are going to look at. But at the end of the day, I knew a person that, was like, through her family, she owned this commercial piece of property, trust fund baby, had no common sense, credit score was 400 or something like that. But she was still able to get a commercial loan on the specific piece of property that she owned because the tenants in that property were so good. Make sense? If you've got a 50-year lease with ExxonMobil that they're going to pay you a certain amount, there's a company out there that's willing to lend on that guaranteed income stream coming in from ExxonMobil. You see what I mean? So commercial loans, much more wild, wild west. DSCR loans are what I consider the wild, wild west of the mortgage business. And then the roads are pretty narrow and straight when we're doing traditional Fannie Mae lending or kind of more your traditional jumbo type lending and stuff like that. So the beauty of the roads being straight is I can tell you exactly what to expect in your loan experience. If you come to me getting a DSCR loan, and Nicole Hunt was here yesterday morning, and she was talking to us about it a little bit, they will change guidelines in a second on you if they get some data they don't like, okay? I'm not saying that to deter you from doing the loan. I'm just saying if I quote you 20% down and someone else that you talk to quotes you 15% down, when you get to the closing table, we both might be 30% down after we've gotten the appraisal, looked at the property, looked at the income stream and documents, because they will change their rules as they get information to decide if that's a risk they want to take or not. So just be aware of that. It doesn't mean don't do it or don't go for it. Just know that it's a little bit of a moving target the more outside of the box we get from traditional mortgage lending, okay?